The royalty family has built one of YouTube's most disliked empires, a perfect example of how wealth, image, and deception can mix into one chaotic brand. With over 20 million subscribers, this family turned their life into a public performance where every moment revolves around money, drama, and pretending. They've lied about their past, staged fake break-ins, and built an entire identity around showing off luxury while hiding a dark reality behind the camera. Their story began back in 2017 when they launched their channel under the glamorous name The Royalty Family. From the very start, that title reflected exactly what they stood for, a life of excess and vanity. In their early videos, the parents wore shirts labeled King, Queen, and Prince, while even their dogs had royal nicknames like Princesa and Gucci, dressed in designer clothing. Everything about them screamed status and materialism. The family quickly gained views through clickbait, challenges, and exaggerated content. Videos like 8-year-old takes, parents' credit card, no budget at the mall, and parents can't say no for 24 hours were pure fantasy designed to attract kids and make the parents look generous. But to many viewers, it looked more like a child being used for views. Comments were filled with complaints from people saying the boy was spoiled and the parents were exploiting him for attention. Instead of addressing the criticism honestly, the parents defended themselves by saying they worked hard to give their son what they never had. Ironically, that's exactly how you describe spoiling a kid. Yet, the more hate they received, the faster they grew. Within a year, they had already reached 1 million subscribers, and as their audience grew, so did their obsession with showing off wealth. Commentators like Cody Ko noticed how over-the-top they had become. Every video looked like a fashion ad. The father in Gucci, the son in Fendi, everyone flashing designer labels. The message was clear: this wasn't about family, it was about money. One video even showed the child getting his dream car, a Lamborghini. What was meant to look like fun family content instead felt like a showcase of privilege and emptiness. Still, their audience kept feeding them views. Videos where they spoiled their son pulled in tens of millions of clicks. Buying Everything I Touch Blindfolded challenge hit 11 million, and Guess the Price and I'll Buy It reached 24 million. Those numbers only encouraged them to push things further. Soon they had everything a typical family channel does except a mansion big enough to match the illusion. To justify buying one, they staged one of the most obviously fake videos on YouTube. The setup was simple. Fans were supposedly showing up outside their house taking pictures. The father walks out, confronts the fans, and delivers an awkward staged argument that looks like bad acting. Even the supposed police officer who arrives later seems fake. Yet, the family pretended the experience was so traumatizing they couldn't sleep that night. Of course, in their next upload, titled "We Have Bad News," the reason behind the whole stunt became obvious. They claimed the incident forced them to move into a new house, their dream mansion. And just like that, the storyline shifted from fear to celebration. They toured modern houses, talked about how they deserved something bigger, and within days, they supposedly bought their dream home. But the dream didn't last long. 8 months later, the truth came out. They were being evicted. The house wasn't theirs. They had been renting it the entire time. So they moved again, and this time, to keep the drama alive, they uploaded another video claiming that someone had broken into their new property. The father said he didn't want to call the police because he felt bad for homeless people. Instead, he decided to confront the intruder himself. The video showed clear security footage of a man climbing over the fence. But when they arrived, they suddenly claimed he'd come through the gate instead. The inconsistency was laughable. After finding the intruder, the father played the hero, handing him cash and acting compassionate for the camera. He framed himself as the kind-hearted man who helps strangers in need. The irony? Just 4 months later, their real house actually was broken into, and this time the father didn't act calm or generous. He shouted, called the cops immediately, and brought several officers to the scene. Suddenly, there was no compassion, no money given, just panic. The contrast exposed how fake the earlier video really was. But the controversies didn't stop there. The deeper people looked into their background, the more disturbing things appeared. In 2021, they uploaded a video called "I Am Not Farhan's Father," where the stepfather, Ali, revealed that he wasn't the boy's biological dad. It was meant to look like an emotional confession. He said he'd raised the boy since he was 3 years old world and loved him as his own. However, the biological father soon came forward, and what he revealed painted a very different picture. The real father, Pierre, started a GoFundMe page titled "Help Me See My Son King Ferran" from the royalty family. He explained that the mother, Andrea, had blocked all contact between him and his son for more than 4 years, and that Ferran was being exploited online without his permission. Pierre later appeared on a podcast where he detailed everything the family had hidden. According to him, Andrea hadn't moved to the US for a TV job as she claimed. She'd actually left Colombia to escape serious problems involving dangerous people, including drug dealers and a past career in adult entertainment. He also said that she met Ali at a gym, not a restaurant, as they claimed, while still married. When Pierre confronted her about cheating, she attacked him, broke his car window, and ended up in jail. Later, she and Ali allegedly vandalized Pierre's car with spray paint. Months later, Pierre returned to the podcast with even more accusations. He claimed Andrea wasn't even involved in her son's life, that her cooking and family scenes were staged entirely for YouTube. He described their marriage as a business partnership built only on profits, not love. According to him, Ali and Andrea constantly argued off-camera but stayed together because their brand made them money. Perhaps the saddest revelation was about their son. Pierre claimed that Ferran was not allowed to access the internet at all. Ali supposedly blocked every online connection to prevent him from discovering videos about their controversies or even realizing how famous he was. The child wasn't allowed to visit other kids' homes in case he accidentally saw something online about his family. The father's emotional breakdown on the podcast shocked viewers. He cried while describing how much he missed his son and how helpless he felt. Yet, instead of showing empathy, the royalty family turned the situation into more content. They posted a TikTok where Ferran appeared, clearly reading a scripted response, claiming that his biological father was lying. The kid said he was tired of the disgusting rumors and that it hurt him to see his father act that way, but his tone and words sounded coached, almost robotic. Recently, Pierre announced that after years of legal struggles, he finally received a visa to the United States and was in Los Angeles trying to contact his son. But when he reached out to Andrea, she told him to talk to her lawyers who, unsurprisingly, never replied. Meanwhile, the royalty family continues to upload videos, maintaining the same polished image. Their views remain strong, their fan base loyal, and their luxury lifestyle intact. Yet, beneath the smiles, the editing, and the expensive branding, it's hard to ignore how artificial it all feels. Every lie, every fake video, and every carefully staged moment has built a fragile empire, one based on deceit and the illusion of perfection. The truth behind their family story is far from royal. It's a warning about what happens when fame, greed, and manipulation take over a family's identity. Sooner or later, that perfect image might collapse, and when it does, it will reveal not a royal family, but a broken one that sold everything, even its integrity, for views.